Hey, did you know that we have EFRT merchandise available? That's right. Go to EFRTstore.com, that's EFRT store.com, and get your family all geared up for your next epic family road trip.
Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
In last week's episode of the Epic Family Road Trip, we camped in the breathtaking surroundings of Lippincott Pass overlooking Saline Valley. We then made our way through the valley and up over Steel Pass, encountering some very fun and beautiful trails before arriving at the largest sand dunes in America. This week, we drive out of Death Valley and find ourselves amongst the stunning landscapes and rock formations of the Alabama Hills in California. All right, we're getting back on pavement and airing up our tires. That was a pretty epic trail through Death Valley. We really enjoyed our time there. We're back up to 6,000 feet, so I got my jacket back on and my hat. It got chilly up here compared to the valley. We'll get these tires aired up and hit the road. The Alabama Hills are located just east of the Sierra Nevada mountains, outside of the small town of Lone Pine, California. The rounded contours of the Alabama Hills, with the sharp ridges of the Sierra Nevadas rising in the distance, makes this a spectacular place to camp, and has been the set of many movies over the years, including westerns starring actors like John Wayne, Gregory Peck, and Gary Cooper. Originally BLM land, this area has been designated as the Alabama Hills National Scenic Area. Dispersed camping is allowed throughout this beautiful yet fragile ecosystem, and as always, the leave no trace principles apply. Hey guys, this is kind of what happens in the meantime. We always say, in the meantime, we'll see you down the road. Well, we just spent a couple of days in Death Valley filming some really epic footage and some episodes that we're now sitting still in another epic place. And you can see Daniel in the background offloading data and organizing data. We're also charging everything. Got our solar panels out there, charging cameras, charging laptops. You can see the yellow crate there in the background. That has a couple of big 10 terabyte hard drives, so we use smaller drives to back up our daily footage, and then at least once a week we back everything up onto those huge drives. Now, that's what Dan's doing right now, and while he's waiting on a huge upload, like a multi-gigabyte upload, he's watching on his laptop some episodes of The Long Way Round, or The Long Way Down, which is the African tour where Charlie Borman and Ewan McGregor and their whole team did Africa on their bikes. It is a fun adventure if you've never watched it, and it's also a dream of Dan and Pete and maybe Caroline at some point to lead the convoy with some adventure bikes. Most likely it would be Dan and Pete. Right now Caroline would be driving Worsley, me and Carol would be in Vandy, and we'd have ourselves a convoy. That is so good. That's Dutch oven zucchini lasagna with fresh basil and Parmesan. You cannot beat that. We're sitting in a pretty epic place here, Alabama Hills of California, on the east side of the Sierras. Life is good. And some garlic bread. Gentle. Hey, we've been camped a couple days here working on getting caught up on some stuff with our videos and everything, but we're by this huge rock you see behind us, which is just kind of leaning against that boulder and that boulder. But you can see it makes a beautiful place to have a fire. So tonight we've got a fire going and we're gonna hang out in the cave underneath that big rock. Yeah.
I was, my mom grew up.
Good morning. Another lovely morning. There's Worsley in the background. Kids are over there. Carol and I are over here enjoying a morning coffee. It is Monday now, and I guess today or tomorrow at the latest, we've got to head back towards Utah and start making our way north. The kids need to be up in Montana for another project they're working on with Overland, but for now, starting the day right with some good dark roast coffee, watching the sun come up. sun is up, the birds are singing, and we are now going to hit the road again, kind of heading east back towards Utah. We're thinking maybe get down to Lake Powell if we can, and then we got to start heading north. So we've enjoyed our time here in the Alabama Hills in the Lone Pine, California region. What a beautiful place, so quiet at night. If you ever get a chance and you're in Lone Pine or Bishop or anywhere on the eastern side of the Sierras, you would want to check out Alabama Hills. It's a short drive from town. Beautiful rock structures, great camping, and most of these are accessible by even motorhomes. The roads are, a little bit washboard, but they're really easy to get into. So yeah, wonderful spot. We've enjoyed our time. Stay tuned for next week, where we meet up with some very special friends and end up camping together in another spectacular spot in the beautiful American Southwest.
Yes! We got it started!
And in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.